Tonight, more fish found dead at Menindee, sparking renewed calls for fast action, and a woman's desperate plea to be reunited with her dog, believed to have been stolen in Whyalla.
With the latest from around the region, your nightly news with Louise Hedger begins now.
Good evening. Another mass fish kill has been discovered near Menindee, sparking concerns about the summer ahead. Broken Hill water activists have labelled a recently released emergency response plan as too little, too late.
In a lake with barely any water left, what does remain is not a pretty sight. Lake Pamamaroo is part of the Menindee Lake system and it's almost bone dry. This week, aerial video emerged of thousands of trapped fish lying dead in the last patches of the water.
All small, medium and large flows need to be embargoed, and they need to come down that river to save the river and save the fish in the water holes that are left.
At the start of the year, the Menindee region was rocked after over 1 million fish died along the Darling River. The mass death was caused by a sudden drop in temperature which led to the suffocation of the fish, some older than 60 years. The cause of Pamamaroo is different.
Because of the depth of the water actually feels like soup as soon as you get a few warm days, and actually what happens is the fish boil in their own water.
The Department of Primary Industry says it's reviewed the footage of the lake and checked it with satellite images. They suggest Lake Pamamaroo is almost completely dry. An advisor to the Murray-Darling Basin Authority says more fish kills are expected at Menindee.
It's been deemed to be of extreme risk, meaning that it's almost certain that we'll see a repeat of fish kills.
The Darling River Action Group says an emergency response plan for fish kills is smoke and mirrors.
They released the water, they've damaged the lakes, they've damaged the Darling River, and now they're trying to convince people that they're doing something. They're doing nothing.
Patrick Reinke, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
A devastated Whyalla resident is appealing for help after her beloved Maltese Shih Tzu went missing from her home. The 8-year-old dog named Ty has been missing since Saturday, and its owner now fears he was stolen.
Clutching a photo of their beloved pet is a devastated mother and daughter. Ty has been a member of their family for 8 years, and now they're at a loss.
He's a little Maltese Shih Tzu. He's only small. He is very, very friendly. He'll probably, once found, just want to give you a big hug and just want to come home.
He's a complete sweetheart. He's an old soul who will talk to anybody, who will love a cuddle.
Ty hasn't been seen since Saturday afternoon when he was secure in this backyard. Soon the family's nightmare began.
Noticed he was missing. We've done a search in the area. We've been wandering the streets. We've had cars out looking for him for hours.
Ty had never escaped before, a fact leading them to what they say is the only conclusion, that he was taken from his own home.
We believe he was probably in the backyard at the time that he was taken. He can't get out of the backyard. There's no access for him to get out.
Kylie found this shoe, concreting her fears.
There was a shoe found in the backyard, just a random male shoe on the back step, the day that he was taken.
Police have confirmed they attended this address yesterday afternoon and conducted a preliminary investigation. They then offered the family advice on which avenues they could take next. A reward is now on offer for his return, their family asking for any information on any suspicious activity.
Any unusual noises in the, like from the neighbours' yards or anything, and dogs rocked up on the weekends that they're not familiar with.
Shari Hams, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
A handful of aspiring business owners have been provided a unique opportunity to open shop in one of Port Pirie's empty store spaces. The initiative is seeking to help train the town's unemployed and rejuvenate the CBD.
A new initiative giving these Port Pirie women a chance to make their mark downtown. Michelle Baxter and Jeanette Flynn now acquainted with their new working space, set to give them a boost and a shot at a bright business future.
We're all here for a purpose, so we all know we have to work together, and we're all realistic enough to know that this is going to be good for all of us.
Activate Business will offer 6 months of free rent in a previously deserted store space on one of the city's busiest streets.
Activate Business program is one of 8 projects that are being funded by the federal government's Regional Employment Trials program. We had access to $1 million in the region to support projects that will better support job seekers into work.
The program will support 15 locals over a 9-month period. Those involved will develop business skills through intensive one-on-one sessions at Port Pirie's Uni Hub.
Just teaching us, exactly how running a business, what is needed, etc. The little fine-tuning of it all.
They undertook one-on-one business coaching. They were linked to a local mentor.
For Jeanette, having a shop to call home is going to make a world of difference.
Quite difficult for me to advertise on social media due to different laws. So being in this shop is going to help me get my name out and about, and people can come in and test my products and have a look.
The shared store on Alexander Street is set to have a grand opening in late November. Dominic Beaton, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
A surge in car thefts across the region has prompted the RAA to remind motorists to remain vigilant with their vehicles. The Whyalla Police now also urging drivers to take precautionary steps and ensure their cars are properly secured.
Although security is becoming more advanced, thieves are finding new ways to steal, according to the RAA.
Perhaps the back door is left unlocked, people popping in and out of their house, or perhaps even leaving their car on the road unlocked.
Prompting warnings by police for residents to lock up.
And obviously motor vehicle crime, with people leaving valuables in view, is just another easy way of people making money.
17 more cars have been stolen in Whyalla in the last financial year. Theft numbers for Port Augusta and Port Pirie also rising.
Across South Australia is a significant increase in stolen vehicles, up by 400 to 3,400 vehicles, and that's actually more than double the national rate.
Whyalla Police urging residents to not take risks by leaving their vehicles unlocked.
When an offender has to smash their way into a car, they are forced to take risks. If you leave your car unlocked, you significantly reduce the risks that person has to take.
Try and put it in your garage or your carport, or at least in your driveway on your property. If you have to park it on the street, try and get near a street light so that it's well lit.
Shari Hams, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Still to come tonight, a Port Lincoln woman brings home the gold from the Masters Games, and vandals destroy the teddy bear fence on the Eyre Peninsula. Welcome back. A Port Lincoln mother has taken out gold in her first competitive boxing match. Justine Carey proving too quick to beat as part of the Masters Games held in Adelaide last week.
Back at the gym after a whirlwind competition, Justine Carey is still abuzz with excitement. The mother of 2 walked away with gold at this year's Master Games in Adelaide.
I'd wanted to do it for a long time but never had the guts, and I thought, I'm getting older, better do it soon.
Justine was unopposed in her weight class, but she was fired up and ready to go. Her coach organised another fight with a woman from a higher weight category so they could battle it out. A few quick jabs by the 45-year-old saw her take home gold in her first competitive boxing match.
Very proud coach moment, just in the journey itself. You know, we don't worry about the medallions or the medals and the winners and the losers and all that. It's really the journey.
Justine copped a few hard hits but made sure to return it just as hard.
I ended up with a blood nose, and so did my opponent, so there was blood everywhere, but it can be a part of boxing.
Training on and off for 20 years for fitness and sport, Justine said she was eager to try her hand in a competitive match.
Scotty mentioned Masters for us old people, so said, all right, let's do this. So he decided to have a fight as well, and yeah, we both went over there.
More than a dozen members from the Williams Boxing Gym also travelled to Adelaide to show their support.
The amount of support from our family in the gym, as well as our own families and our support network, is just second to none.
Justine now wants to encourage more people to enter the ring and give it a go.
That's what I'd love to see. Lots more people trying something new, being active and keeping fit.
Nathan Regter, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Port Augusta football clubs will band together on Thursday in a bid to educate the local community about mental health issues. Headlining the free event will be footballing great Alan Stringer, who himself has faced his own health battles. Organisers say this session is a valuable step towards addressing these issues affecting regional areas. If you or anyone you know needs help, contact Lifeline on 131114. The Yorke Peninsula's iconic teddy bear fence has been torn down by vandals. More than 1,000 stuffed animals have been cut off the fence and thrown into neighbouring scrubland. The fence had become a topic of controversy after the South Australian government lowered the highway speed down to 60 kilometres following safety concerns about drivers becoming distracted because of the fence. A Port Augusta childcare worker received one of the state's highest honours at the Public Education Awards on the weekend. Rachel Amos has been a leading figure in helping families feel comfortable during testing times.
After 15 years working with the community's youngest minds, Rachel Amos now has one of the state's highest honours to show for it. The Port Augusta childcare worker receiving the coveted Auntie Josie Award at the Education Celebrations night. While unable to attend the event, she couldn't contain her excitement as she found out about the win in real time.
I actually saw it on Facebook, like some of the guys were going live, so it was good, yeah.
The award recognises the passion of Indigenous educators in promoting early childhood learning.
She's got leadership qualities, but she doesn't put herself out there, and so she has lots of really good connections and lots of respect from families.
Rachel has been instrumental in the creation of the Out and About playgroup, helping Aboriginal families with the challenging transition into kindergarten.
17 families have been involved in the program. 2-year-olds, it's pretty scary when they start at 3 and they're still babies.
To sweeten the win even further, Rachel received $10,000, which she is planning to use on further training or to help fund new programs at the Children's Centre.
Shows what a great place it is. Yeah, I love working here.
Garth Burley, 7 Spencer Golf News.
8 lucky guests have been selected to rock with legendary band Kiss next month as it prepares to perform its exclusive concert at sea. Tickets sold out online in a matter of minutes today, with fans trying to secure their spot. The band is set to rock the boat using underwater speakers to attract great white sharks for the once-in-a-lifetime performance.
8 lucky people managed to get seats which get to go on our boat, and they'll be lowered down into the aqua sub so they can physically watch the sharks, be attracted by the music, while Kiss will be playing on a boat next to us.
The performance is part of a new worldwide animal campaign by Airbnb. South Australia's Agricultural Town of the Year has been announced, with Cleve taking out the top spot. The small community located in the Eyre Peninsula was up against tough competition, with 5 other finalists gunning for the award, but it was the town's resilience and high spirits when faced with drought that was recognised by the judges. It's the first time the town has won the award. Stay with us after the break. Port Augusta Police swapping guns for golf, and we'll have the weather details with Britt. Hello again. Port Augusta Police will swap their guns for golf clubs on the weekend as part of its annual charity golf day. Last year, the event raised more than $20,000. This year, funds will be donated to the Narilda Ramsey Auxiliary, as well as Ignite Dance and Cheer.
It's really important. It's a charity where all the money raised stays local. All the money raised is thanks to the local businesses.
The first tee-off is at 8:30 on Sunday morning. Anyone wishing to submit a team for the Ambrose tournament can contact the police or show up on the day. With just days before the first ball of the next Broken Hill cricket season is bowled, league officials say playing surfaces are still being finalised. Rescheduling has taken place as one venue remains out of action.
The countdown is on until the new ball is taken.
No, I think senior cricket's looking pretty good.
This Saturday will see the 2019-2020 Barrier cricket season get underway with a T20 doubleheader at the Alma Oval. But there's been some challenges in finding venues for the other competitions. The Jubilee Oval is under construction all summer, and a new women's competition creates more games in the weekend fixture.
So we're making progress. There's been a lot of boxes to tick.
Here's what's happening. The A grade will play both matches on the Alma across the weekend. The B grade will take the Norm Fox and Zinc Ovals on Saturdays, and when the women start, at this stage they'll play Friday nights and Sunday mornings at the Norm Fox. If the league invests in a new rollout transportable pitch, local cricket could prosper even more.
We could possibly put that on the Zinc Oval, or we could put that on the Lamb Oval.
Junior cricket will be hosted at the Picton Oval this year. Now there's hopes if a new rollout pitch is used, the Picton could hold women's cricket games next season.
Well, it's used for all men's cricket in Israel. I'm not sure what sort of wickets they have in Israel. I'd imagine they're fairly dry.
Patrick Reinke, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Now time to take a look at what's happening in the weather. Here's Britt Aylen.
Thanks, Louise. I see that we're matching today in our black and white. We saw showers over most of the region today. Broken Hill remaining sunny and dry with a top of 28 degrees. Port Augusta 26, Port Pirie 25, Whyalla 21, Adelaide 20, Port Lincoln 18. From the satellite, we can see cloud about the region with a low pressure trough causing those showers. Now moving ahead to tomorrow with southerly winds on the Gulf waters tending southwesterly at 20 to 30 knots, seas up to 1 metre. We can expect more wet weather with showers forecast about most areas. Broken Hill looking at a partly cloudy top of 27 degrees, Port Pirie 25, Port Augusta 23, Woodner and Corn 21, Whyalla, Coffin Bay, Cleve and Kadina all 20, Port Lincoln 19, Adelaide 18, Clare a top of 17 degrees. Further through the week with a partly cloudy Thursday at Port Lincoln, strong winds expected on Friday, fine and partly cloudy again on Saturday. Cleve and Woodner both looking fine and partly cloudy Thursday, Friday and Saturday, with maximums jumping up a few degrees on Friday. Whyalla looking fine Thursday and Saturday with some sun in between, sunny and 26 on Friday. Port Augusta with sunny conditions forecast for Thursday, Friday and Saturday both looking fine. Kadina with fine and partly cloudy days forecast for the remainder of the week. A partly cloudy day expected at Port Pirie on Thursday, sun on Friday, fine and partly cloudy again on Saturday. Clare looking fine and partly cloudy Thursday through Saturday. And finally to Broken Hill where it's looking bright and sunny over the coming days. And that brings me to the end of the forecast. Louise, it's back to you.
Lovely, thank you for that, Britt. And that's your local news this evening. Thank you for joining us today. We'll have updates later, but until then, have a good evening. Good night.